Hello and welcome back to Simon Outdoors. Now it's actually cleared up outside a bit. I'm in the back garden. It's not drizzling anymore. So I'll show you what I've got. I've got the main body of the deer. I had a choice of two heads. I cut a choice of two heads. I'll see what I think, which one I'm going to use. I've got 4 legs here that I've just cleaned off the green off them. I've got this piece of wood here that I'm going to use to cut 2 ears. I've got this piece here which I'm going to use for a neck, and this one I'm even debating cutting this in half and putting a tail on it. Now I could have used my Laplander saw, but I've decided to use my joinery saw. I've got my little axe with me. I've seen some of these reindeer made where the faces are chopped onto them, and I'm using my Mora knife today. So it looks like just an average Mora, but this is quite a special one for me because when I worked at the Bushcraft show this year, we was all given a Mora knife, and this is the one I chose. So I've got the body, the legs, the head, the neck, the tail, and some ears. I've also got some brash there, which I'll make the deer's antlers out of. Now, because I haven't got my brace and bit to show you, or to even use, because I think that's over at my mother-in-law's garage where the rest of my tools are, I've got my electric drills. So I just quickly grabbed a selection of flat drill bits. I've got the secateurs for when I do the antlers, and I've got some normal wood bits in there. So I'll get the phone in the stand, which is all ready, and we'll have a go at making some deer. Well, I'll have a go, you can watch me, and then you can copy this if you want and make your own reindeer. This one I'm going to make, I've actually got enough material. I've got some more material over there to make 2, but I'm going to put one in the front room as a nice Christmas decoration. Alright, so I'll see you soon for part 2. Okay, so back again. Right, I'm just going to move these head pieces out of the way. Pull that off the brush for now, just keep them off the floor. I don't need the ear, neck or tail piece yet. I just need the main body. Just pop that saw down there. I need the main body first. Oh, we've lost the leg already. So I could probably chip these away a little bit more, which I might just do. These little branches where they've come out. It's a bit better. And this one here. In fact, I'm just going to clip my Mora knife onto me, and then I'm not going to lose it. And that's how we carried it around at the Bushcraft show, because they said carry your Mora knife, you know, we're being sponsored by them. Let's trim this one up here as well. I don't want to chop too much into the bark of the log. Now I'm deciding which I want as the back, which is a nice piece for the back. Decisions. Right, let's crack on with it. I'm going to go for this side here. Only particular reasons is you can see is where the silver birch is starting to split like they do, and this side looks a bit better. So I'll probably have this side as the back of the deer, and this side which is nicer and rounder as the front. So that's the top of my deer, the back. I'm going to roll it upside down so I've got the underbelly, and I'm going to position that onto here. Right, next up, get me drill bits. Rough sizes I've got here is 24, one that I customise to make bearing blocks, but this angle is way out. The actual ones that I do make bearing blocks with are in my other toolkit. So I've got this one, a 24 and a 32. Could also use chisels to do this, so looking at this leg, the 32 would be okay. If I put this side into the log, this one also, the 32 will just be okay. These two are a bit smaller, but if I use this end, the 32 is alright as well. And this one, yeah, I'm probably going to just drill them all with the 32mm drill bit if I use all these ends here. The drills I'm using are Hitachi. These are my drills that I've had when I used to be self-employed. Very good drills. They're very expensive, but yeah, fantastic tools. And lithium battery. I won't go back to the old NiCad battery anymore. So it's thinking whereabouts these deer legs are going to go and how far apart they're going to be. Joiner's pencil. So something like that, I think. Looks okay. So I'll just draw around this one. Roughly. Place that one with it. Well, actually, I'm gonna, if these are the front legs, which they are, I'm gonna get one that's roughly the same. Probably this one actually. Looks more like the same, yeah. Okay. So I'll draw around that one there. Oh yeah, not mixing up which end is which. I'll put those underneath because they're the back legs now. We're doing the front legs at the minute. So like I cleaned up this log, we're also going to clean these up. Could use my axe for this. That one there's not too bad. It's just that one there, with being that end's going to go into the log. So we'll get it drilled first and then we'll start fitting. The battery's probably going to go on me. Yep, told you so. So I'm going to grab the other drill battery. I'll quick get my charger as well. Right, back again. Tip with the lithium batteries is, with the old NiCads, it didn't matter so much about if they was running low, throwing them back on charge. With the lithium batteries, when they get low enough, they'll just cut out. They won't run all the way down. And if you wait until it's fully run out and then charge it, the battery life will last a lot longer. So second battery, and we'll see how far we get with this. They're not the quickest to recharge. If this was a dry log, it would have also been a lot easier to drill out. You can see there at the minute I've probably got about 15 mil. You don't have to be too deep. I'd have gone to about 25 mil an inch. So when I get to there, that's where I'll stop. You have to keep stopping and cleaning the sides of the blade, the chisel, can't get my words out again today, the drill bit. I have filed this to resharpen it, but it could probably do with doing again. Right. I think I'm happy enough with that drill bit there, size. So it won't take much work to just put an angle on there. So this is where the moor knife's going to come in. My wife's probably going to tell me off now, or when I've finished, because I haven't done this on the path or even put a sheet down, so I'll have to go around picking all these bits up afterwards. There we go. Oh, too much. I've took too much off, as you can see. I probably then could have just tapped it in with the bark, and that might have held. Oh, I hope I haven't wrecked it now. Anyway, there you go. That's why you're watching me, to learn by my mistakes. So you should never cut towards yourself, but with it being at the end of the branch, arms into the body so you're not going to slip. So if I'd have chopped that way with the axe, I could have ended up breaking a large area of this off, and that's not what I want to do. So, nice, back in sheath. I'll try this leg. So it's about right, so we're just going to tap that one in. Seems alright, that. Okay, so now I've got to sort this one out because I made the mistake of taking too much off. And then I'll stand, once I've got all 4 legs on, I'll stand the deer up and then trim them so they're flat and sit nice on the floor. So I'll stop this now and I'll join you back in a minute once I've got the other 2 legs on. Okay, so to swap out and get the electric drill, as my second battery died. If I was using auger bits, that would have been a lot better. The flat bit doesn't work very well in green wood, but as you can see, I've got all 4 legs in. So what I need to do now is turn the reindeer this way up, and as you can see, he's kicking a leg out. So what I need to do now is take some off these legs to make it equal. And this one that's kicking out is the actual one that I cut with my knife to taper it to go into the log, and then it ended up being too short. So now I've got to take the other legs off. So I'll start with this front leg. So using my saw, I'm getting a rough height of the other leg where I need to cut. Also, by keeping it at the same angle as the bench, hopefully by cutting it this way, when it sits on the floor in the front room, the legs will be flat to the floor. Now, you can see, because they're not nailed in or glued in, it's coming loose. So I'm just going to tap that back in. I was going to take it out and saw it, but I'll tap this one back in. Actually, what I'm going to do is drill this one a bit further. So like I said, I brought the bigger drill out now. As you notice, it's not kicking a lot of stuff out. That's because it sticks to the drill bit. Right, we'll try that now. Okay, that's in a bit firmer. We'll put our deer up. See, the back legs are okay. It's just this front leg. So if I hadn't cocked up with that leg, I'd have been alright. So same again with the saw. It actually only wants to be a bit lower now. We'll go with the same cut, and I might end up taking a bit off this one. Right, so his back leg fell out. Now once this is in place in the front room, it's not going to go anywhere. So what's that like now? Oops, it's not working very well. I'm actually going to do the same with this back leg as well. I'm going to drill that in a bit further. laughing now because every time I drill a leg falls out. Right, so I need to take a little bit off these 3 legs, so I'm going to sit it this way now to do that. Move my axe over there, and now what I'm doing is this short leg, I'm sighting down it to see how much I need to take off these back 2 legs. Cut one at a time. Somewhere like that. There we go. Right, we'll stand it up and have another check. You can see we're getting somewhere close. It's just this front leg now to cut off. So I'll rest it that way. Now I'm sighting from this top one here, this one here, that one there, as to how much I'm going to cut off here. Yeah, look at that. Stable now. There's only the bench wobbling. So, this round end is my front end of my deer. So now what I need is the neck piece. I'll put that down, which is this piece here. So I'm going to bring the camera back a bit now, so you can see a bit more. There you go. I might even come for a bit of a side view. There you are. Right, so I'm going to apply the neck now. So same as before when we did the legs, we need to check and get the right size drill bit. So as you can see, the 20mm is just a bit too big. So if I use a 16, I can taper this with my knife and then dowel it in. So I'm going to use the 16mm. But before I do that, I'm going to cut the neck to length. I want 2 deer, so it's just, I'm just basically going to cut this in half now. Go. Put that piece over there. I've got the heads I'm thinking of using. Now I can hold this up and think, what size head do I want to put on this deer? And I think straight away that's too small. That's going to be no good at all. It's going to be this one. This, you can see with the size to the proportion of the body. This is the head I'm going to use. So I'm going to put the neck in at an angle and the head on at an angle. So let's get them all around. You see these bits here, I'm just going to tidy those up. we go, I'm happy with that. Right, let's change this drill bit over now. Looking at the angle it wants to be. Right in the middle, somewhere there. Yeah, it's looking alright, somewhere there I think. Oh. Yeah, somewhere there. You see, this 16mm drill bit is a lot sharper. That hole went in really fast. So, right, more knife back out. I think that hole's about 20mm, something like that. So, just trying it to the hole. Right, now before I tap this in, I'm going to do the same around this top. So when I come to put the head on the deer, it's going to be a lot easier. A lot of these big bits I'll pick up off the lawn. A lot of the little pieces will get collected with the mower later on next year when we start to cut grass. So right, time to install the neck. So back end of my axe, and we're just doweling it in. So I'll bring you in for the neck installation. I can wiggle that back out again. Show you. Don't want my camera stand to fall over, so right, back in with the neck. That's it, done, neck done. Right, let's bring you back out a bit again. Oh. There we go, that's a lot better. Right then, pretty nice log I've got here. So still, I could peel this off, and I've got some tinder here. Deciding which is the top of the head. It's got a bit of a wonky side to this log here, so I don't know. I might use that side. I think. Yeah. So I think about there looks right, doesn't it? It's starting to look like a cool reindeer. So my pencil is dropped on the floor. I'm going to mark roughly where I want to drill, and then on this side I'm going to put a rough line of the angle that I want to go in with the drill bit, because I can always rub this off afterwards. Go. We'll just tap this on. to wiggle on like that. But I'll give it a little tap to bring it up. There we go, looking cool. Right, I think inside the house the kids have got some of these googly eyes from their craft set, so that's what I'm going to stick on here. Also, the pieces for the ears is this bit. I might put these on, but now looking at this head, I don't know. I'll think about it. So I might put some ears on, but the thing is I've got to then, rather than screwing it, is drill into here, cut a piece of twig off, drill into there, and then dowel it on. So let's I was thinking about the size of this thing without putting ears on it. Got the antlers up here, ears, eyes. Yeah, I think it'll look okay. Right, we'll have a bash at putting some ears on this thing. So, to make some ears, first of all I'm just going to quick clean this piece up. Just did that off camera with the good old fashioned baby wipes. You can see there's a bit of fluff on there. So, to make some ears, what I need to do is make a long cut across this silver birch. So, I do need to replace this saw. It is it's had a lot of use. Just move that log out of the way. Okay, so we've got one ear. So what I'm going to do is put that at the side of here, and that tells me where I need to cut the second ear off. Just keeping an eye on the running time of these films, so when it comes to editing I can edit them all together, no problem. We've got some ears now, except for one ear is slightly longer than the other. What you could also do, as well as drilling and doweling, you could also drill out like I did for the legs and dowel these in straight into the deer. So I don't know how to keep it with one ear longer than the other. It's a bit of a different feature. Maybe, I don't know, otherwise it's trying to saw a bit more off here. But if I can do, if I do saw it, I'm going to saw the same angle on as you can see there, so it sits better onto the deer's head. In fact, I'm going to just draw that now. Draw that line. See if I can cut that off. It might be easier with the axe than the saw. And it would be a lot easier if I could go and put it in the vise, but then you won't see it on camera. Be very careful, because when you've not got a good grip and the benches are wobbly and things like that, the saw can tend to jump out and land on top of your hand. And because you're carried away with cutting, you end up cutting through your hands. Also, it bites because the wood is wet. Oh, that's looking a lot better now. Pleased I did that. So let's bring you back up and bring you around here. Get it? Round here? Round here? Oh, my jokes are wasted. So, there you go. Looks quite good now, doesn't it? Right. Hopefully, in a second, one of my batteries will be charged. If not, we'll use a big drill and secateurs. What we're going to do now is I'm going to take a thick piece of this brash to make a dowel. So if I need to make 2 dowels, so this should be long enough. Cut it straight in half, keeping the fingers out of the way. There's my 2 dowels. I'll get a drill bit just slightly smaller than the dowel. Which is going to be a 10mm drill bit. We'll drill these ears out and then we'll drill the top of the head. Now, being very careful. It's not gone in very far. That does now. Well, drill this one. This is more burning than actual drilling. I think these drill bits need replacing. Took the drill bit out, cleaned it, and it's gone in there a lot better now. So right, what we can do is get our Mora knife again, taper this so it fits in here. Like so. You can see that now fits in there. So we'll tap that one in a second. Take a bit more off this one. Now going in there okay. So I'm holding it in my hand so I don't want to bruise the top of the ear. Right, that's those in. Because my hands have got green, the ears are getting a bit dirty now. So, got to think about where I want the position of the ears now, and I can just mark on top of the head where the dowel comes to and drill there, and the antlers will go behind these. There we go. See the end of the drill bit's just getting clogged up. Not going in very fast at all. That's one ear drilled in. Squeeze in front of the camera. And the other one shot straight in. So I'll spin you around. I'm going to finish this one here because it might cut out soon, so join me back for the next part. Okay, so you join me back again. Now you can see I've cut these down a little bit just while the camera wasn't recording. I'm trying to be careful on how much memory this all takes, because the other day trying to upload a film that was about an hour and 20 minutes, I had to delete a lot of stuff off my phone. So, I've got the ear in place. Just try and wiggle these into position like that. Lean them back a bit. You can say it's not a precise thing, you know, it's like joinery, but it's green woodworking, so everything's not down to a millimetre. Like this angle here doesn't have to fit fully to the head of the deer. Same with this area. There we go. Yeah, a look at the front of the deer. So imagine two googly eyes here. We can stick a bit of a red nose on it. So now all I've got to do is put the antlers on. Oh, and the tail. We can do the tail now, in fact, while I've got the same drill bit in. And that's just going to be a bit of a stick. So about here, I think will do. That'll be a long enough tail. Maybe a bit short actually. Deer tails aren't very long. So something stubby like that. More knife back out again. I'm really glad the weather has stayed good, so I've got a chance to do this video. I didn't want to have to do it tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm very, very busy. It's the last day of school, so the kids will be breaking up. Okay, there's a tail. Next up, antlers. I've got to choose a nice piece of this brash here to make some antlers with. Save that bit of cord. So, they don't have to be massive. In fact, that one don't look too bad. Maybe these. I can trim these up. Oh, sorry, it's saying it wants this one. It's already tangled up round it. So maybe make some antlers out of these. Right, I've just got to join you back because my wife's telling me I've got a phone call, so I'll see you in a minute. Back again, sorry about that. I'm expecting a very, very important phone call. And it wasn't that phone call. I was trying to lip read what my wife was saying through the kitchen window, and I got it totally wrong. So I said, oh, I've told them blah blah blah. But anyway, back to the deer. That's what we're here for. So, thinking about how long I want these antlers. I'm just gonna go straight out there and cut it here. Cut it here. All these ear jokes are terrible. Right. Some nice big bushy antlers, I think. Yeah. Oh, I'm joined here by little scruffy dog. Hey? I know. She's come to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to drill these in and stick these just behind the ears like this. So I'm looking for a smaller drill bit. The drill bit that I've got is just slightly too big. So let's have another look. Yeah, I think something like that. If I put one right behind each ear, and they look okay. Oh, I'm dropping bits off the bench. I'm going to have to trim a piece off this one. Trim a little bit more off actually. There we go. Right. This is our Christmas reindeer. Bit of a green woodworking Christmas decoration. Just take a selfie. So what do you think? leave a comment in the comment section below. I think it's pretty good. I'm impressed with that. I do like them. But I think I've got to. I'm just looking at the wife's face in the mirror. Then I'm not sure whether she's impressed. She's probably thinking, "How big is it? That's going in front room." But I think mother-in-law will see this and go, "I want one of them." Or my sister-in-law maybe. Yeah, pretty cool. So thanks for watching Simon Outdoors, and go and collect some timber and have a go at making your own little Christmas reindeer. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.